Ever looking for a great background stitch? If you stay focused with what we're going to be showing you, we're going to be showing you a pavilion stitch today here at Threads Tip. Hi, this is Andrea down at Threads 2 down in Fairhaven, New Jersey, and today we're going to show the pavilion stitch. I love this stitch because it's a great stitch for the background or something that you actually would like to show a pattern on. The amazing piece is that the stitches itself actually creates the pattern. Now, this is a straight stitch, so I always like to move over 3. When I'm doing a big piece, I always tend to actually go to the middle of the design and actually come down. Now, my first stitch, I'm going to go over 5 threads. Okay. Now, keep in mind that when you're actually using a straight stitch, you need to use a thicker thread than you would if you were using a diagonal stitch. So therefore, an 18 count, you would use something that would actually be more for a 13 count canvas. I'm going to drop down next to it. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 stitches. Okay. Then I'm going to go down, drop down 1 again from where I started from, come up, and go down 1 thread. So now I'm starting to create the formation of my stitch. If I go over to the other side, I make sure that my stitch that I'm coming through drops down 1 from the initial stitch. And notice here that it actually is even with the stitch I did on the other side. Drop down 3 stitches over 3 threads. And then again, I'm going to go through the hole, dropping down 1 thread. And now I'm only going to go over 1 thread. That's the basic formation of the pavilion stitch. Now when I go to do the next stitch, I'm going to share that single stitch. So I'm not going to repeat this single stitch. I'm just going to go over, use it again, and create my pattern. Go up and go down. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you see that when we actually create the stitch, you're now creating the pattern to go along. Now look, once the stitch is formed, whoops, your long stitch is going to come right where your single stitch is on the top row. So if you come back over here and look, we have a long stitch, a short stitch, and then our long stitch again. So a long stitch is going to feed right into the short stitch of our new row, and the short stitch is going to be where our long stitch feeds in on the second row. Hope you enjoy the stitch.